Top 10 Natural Wonders of the World. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe my channel. For travel into, here's the official 7 Natural Wonders of the World list. If you are planning a holiday, you might be interested in comparing savings accounts, a personal loan, or travel insurance. You can also find out your credit score for free. 1. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is renowned as the highest spot on Earth, at 8,848.86 meters above sea level. It is parked right on the border between Nepal and Tibet, and it is protected by Sagarmatha National Park in the Himalayas. Mount Everest's original name in Tibetan is Chamaonma, goddess mother of snow, and in Nepalese it is Sagarmatha. The mountain received an English name in 1865 because Nepal and Tibet were closed to foreigners at the time, so the Royal Geographical Society in Britain did not know the mountain's local names. You could get a helicopter tour to get as close to the peak as possible without actually climbing the mountain, and this may be preferable for many people. Climbing Mount Everest is not something to be attempted lightly. The trek to base camp alone takes around 14 days. It's also not a weekend trip. If it's snowing, you probably won't physically be able to get near the mountain. Delays are not unusual. 2. Harbor of Rio de Janeiro. The famous Sugarloaf Mountain sticks out of Guanabara Bay. Image: mi_andretoyu/shutterstock.com. Located in Brazil, the harbor of Rio de Janeiro is surrounded by unique granite and quartz mountains that were formed by erosion from the Atlantic Ocean. It is also known as Guanabara Bay and sits within sight of the famous white stone statue of Christ the Redeemer atop Corcovado Mountain, which overlooks the bay. It is the largest bay in the world based on the volume of water. The best way to see the bay is from the Sugarloaf Mountain cable car or from a helicopter, so you can take in the full view. You can also visit the islands of the bay, including Governador Island, Pocket Island, and Isla das Cobras, Island of the Snakes. Sunbaking is another great way many locals use the harbor, but it is quite polluted. Did you know Rio de Janeiro means River of January in Portuguese and is the second largest city in Brazil? There's no river there, but the Portuguese explorer Gaspar de Lemos reportedly thought that Guanabara Bay was the mouth of a river when he arrived there in January 1502. 3. Great Barrier Reef. It's the home of Nemo, and it's right on our doorstep. The Great Barrier Reef is not just one big, long, connected reef. It is made up of more than 2,900 individual reefs constructed by billions of minuscule coral polyps, which are living organisms. The GVR stretches over 2,600 kilometers in length, takes up 344,000 square kilometers in area, and includes more than 900 islands. If you're not a fan of breathing through a tube or risking the stingers, you can still enjoy the reef from a glass-bottomed boat. There is a range of tour lengths, from a single day to an extended stay. A helicopter tour will also give you a great picture of the sheer vastness of this marine environment. And when the sun hits the reef, you can see just about everything from the air. The Great Barrier Reef is listed as a World Heritage Area, Queensland's first, and is protected by the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, a national park. 4. Victoria Falls. As the Zambezi River crosses the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, it plunges 108 meters down in a stunning waterfall that is 1.7 kilometers wide. The falls are also called Mozio-Otunya, meaning smoke that thunders in the local Lozi language. National parks in both Zambia and Zimbabwe protect this landmark. The 7 Natural Wonders Organization states that when Zambia gained independence in 1964, and many of its geographic names were changed back to African names, only Victoria Falls and the nearby city of Livingstone kept their English names because of the deep respect the Zambian people had for David Livingstone, the Scottish explorer who named the falls after Queen Victoria in 1855. You can appreciate the splendor of the falls from the trails that follow alongside them, a boat cruise, or from the air in a helicopter. From the air, you have a chance of spotting elephants or the other wildlife of the national park. The 7 Natural Wonders Organization says both the Zimbabwean and Zambian sides of the falls offer unique views and perspectives of them. 5. Paracutan Volcano. Paracutan is a once-active cinder cone volcano in Michoacan, Mexico. It was chosen as one of the 7 natural wonders because it is the only volcano whose birth in 1943 was witnessed and documented by humans, as it emerged from the cornfields of a local farmer. It quickly grew hundreds of meters within its first year and is now estimated to be around 3 kilometers above sea level, including almost 1 kilometer from base to cone. It erupted for 9 years straight before falling silent in 1952, hopefully never to be heard from again. The best way to see Paracutan is by taking one of the 19 kilometers round-trip hikes to the top of the volcano. It's not an easy hike, so another popular option is to visit it on horseback. Both options take you past lava fields, buried village homes, and a church near the summit. 6. Grand Canyon. This famous gorge in Arizona can be explored on foot with a day hike or overnight camping hike. For those with limited mobility, exploring the canyon on the back of a mule is a plausible option, and one that visitors rave about. The floor of the canyon can even be experienced with a whitewater rafting trip for experienced kayakers. The 7 Natural Wonders organization says a helicopter tour is the best way to appreciate how vast the canyon really is, but you can see a lot of the canyon no matter which method you choose. Did you know? At over 1.8 kilometers deep and 446 kilometers long, the Grand Canyon is neither the steepest nor the longest canyon in the world. It was chosen as a natural wonder for its overall scale, size, and beautifully colored landscape. When to visit? Debatable. In winter, the North Rim roads are closed, cutting off some great views, and in summer, it reaches Aussie summer temperatures. Spring and autumn may therefore be preferable. Over 5 million people have visited the Grand Canyon in some years, so be sure to book your travel early. How to get there? Fly into Las Vegas, Phoenix, Flagstaff, or Los Angeles for a guided tour leading from these destinations. You can also make your way to the town of Williams and take a historic steam locomotive on the Grand Canyon Railway to Grand Canyon Village. 7. Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights. These naturally occurring polar auroras intrigue. Everyone who sees them appear as glowing lines of vivid color along the horizon or waves across the sky. Humans have created legends around the cause of these lights in the heavens, which feature in Greco-Roman, Norse, and Native American mythology, to name a few. The science as we understand it today is that this effect is caused by solar winds, cosmic particles originating from the sun which appear as different colored lights as they enter Earth's atmosphere. Could you know? There is also a southern aurora, Aurora australis, that occurs in the southern hemisphere, but this is less well known. A trip to Tasmania could be something to consider if you want to see a similar light show, but are unable to make it to the far reaches of the northern hemisphere. 8. Sahara. The Sahara is the world's largest hot desert, covering most of northern Africa, making it almost as large as the United States. Contrary to popular belief, large sand dunes, called ergs, form only a minor part of the Sahara. Most of the desert consists of largely barren, hard, rocky plateaus with very little sand. The Sahara receives less than 3 inches of rain a year on average. Even in the Sahara's wettest areas, it may rain only twice a week and not rain again for years. 9. Ha Long Bay. Ha Long Bay is situated in North Vietnam around a 120-kilometer-long coastline and is literally translated as Bay of Descending Dragons. The bay features thousands of islands, each topped with thick jungle vegetation, forming a spectacular seascape of limestone pillars. Several of the islands are hollow. With enormous caves, others islands include lakes, and some support floating villages of fisher. 10. Amazon Rainforest. The Amazon is the largest river in the world by volume, with a total river flow that accounts for approximately 1/5 of the world's total. The river has over 3,000 recognized species of fish, and new species are still being discovered. The Amazon rainforest represents over half of the planet's remaining rainforests. As the largest tropical rainforest, it has unparalleled biodiversity. 1 in 10 known species in the world lives in the Amazon rainforest. What do you think about our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure hit that like button. Also subscribe our channel before you go. Thank you for watching video.